become part of your active senior lifestyle so you can forge new friendships and nurture old ones too. To live each day on purpose with purpose, visit lifeatthesprings.com. New homes are going fast, so reserve yours today.
They had a look, an attitude, and a sound like no other. Sure, they were born in Jersey, but they were made. Working my way back to you, babe.
Jersey Boys coming to the Dow Event Center Monday, July 25th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
WSGW News Time now 9:09. The latest poll shows Tudor Dixon with a lead in the Republican primary race with 2 weeks to go before the election. 19% of those surveyed in the Detroit News WDIV poll favored the conservative commentator. 15% supported businessman Kevin Rinke, while 13% support real estate broker Ryan Kelly, nod to chiropractor Garrett Saldano. The biggest support goes to the undecided, with 38% of those surveyed saying they are still not sure who they will vote for. A 76-year-old northern Michigan man has pleaded guilty to leaving 2 pipe bombs outside cell phone stores in Sheboygan and Sault Ste. Marie. Jackie Page reports.
John Douglas Allen of Whitmore entered the plea today in federal court in Bay City. He's facing up to 20 years in prison when he's sentenced. That's scheduled for November 9th. Prosecutors say Allen admitted that last fall he placed pipe bombs containing shrapnel outside an AT&T store in Sault Ste. Marie and outside a Verizon store in Sheboygan. Bombs contained a note demanding $5 million. Video footage taken from the stores captured his actions.
Dashcam video shows a wild crash in a freeway construction zone. Jackie Page reports.
The driver survived the wreck early yesterday morning along I-196 near Jamestown Township in southwestern Michigan's Ottawa County. The sergeant saw the vehicle speeding within a clearly marked construction zone. The car zipped by the barrels in the left lane, then moved to the right lane as the roadway curved. Then the driver lost control and went airborne going off the road.
When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom at 752-0790. It's Dave Maurer.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology forecast. As we go throughout Tuesday, we're going to see mostly sunny skies with a high of 93. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low at 74. For Wednesday, we'll see isolated rain showers throughout the morning and showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, a high of 92 degrees. Thursday, lots of sunshine with a high of 91. As we look to Friday, we're going to see some isolated rain showers in the morning, followed by sunny skies and a high of 92. For the weekend, Saturday, we're going to see isolated showers and thunderstorms. And Sunday, showers and thunderstorms continue. I'm meteorologist Amanda Edwards of the WSGW Weatherology forecast. Currently 77.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Well, good morning to you and welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Art Lewis Show. I'm Art Lewis, coming to you from my Saginaw Spirit home studio today. Lots to do this morning. Later on, after the 10 o'clock news, we're going to learn about the John Glenn High School dance team that's going to be on America's Got Talent tonight. Going to talk to a couple of folks about that, including the coach. At 11 o'clock, the SVRC Marketplace in downtown Saginaw will be the subject of focus. But for the first part of this hour, we're going to learn about something we've talked about in the past in Bay City called Safe Harbor. And with us to talk about it this morning, we say good morning to Steve Rose. Steve, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
We're doing well. Thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. I think before we do anything detail and dive in, we need an overview of Safe Harbor. So if you would, tell us about it.
Sure. Safe Harbor is a food distribution organization in Bay City on the west side. And we give out food on Mondays and Tuesdays. We have a pantry that has food and hygiene on Mondays, along with meals each Monday and Tuesday night. Like right now, there are 30 volunteers, 150 cars in our parking lot. Today is our mass food giveaway, where we have a semi that comes in and drops off the food. We organize it and put it back out to our county. And typically we're done by noon because of the great volunteers we have.
All right, so where does that food come from? You say a semi. Somebody's got to put food in that semi.
Yeah, the food that comes in today comes from the Food Bank of Michigan, so we're thankful to partner with them. But we also have great partners with Gordon's, Hidden Harvest, help us with other things in our meals and food when they get it as well.
If I were to call Safe Harbor a soup kitchen, would that be that's partially correct?
Phrase it, everybody would recognize it as, but we're a little bit more than that because we don't just do the meals. We do food to folks. And we really think it's important that people have food. And we still know the numbers are 1 in 6 kids don't have food.
Now, you say you do this on Mondays and Tuesdays. What happens the rest of the week?
Well, the rest of the week, we're just kind of prepping for the following week, whether it's getting more product in that we have to organize, or it's working on grants, or just trying to organize it's a massive thing to do 3 million pounds of food a year. And that's what we did last year.
Wow. Having said that, I'm almost afraid to ask this question, but any chance of it going 5 days or 7 days?
We may adjust pantries, but the challenge is right now we're running into a food issue, and to make sure you have enough food for what you're able to take care of. And so we're really watching what's happening in the marketplace, because we're seeing even products that we could get. They're not available. We haven't seen them available in the last couple of months. It's getting tighter and tighter to get food supplies.
Is that production cost or production or cost?
I think it's a little bit of both. It's production probably more than anything. Cost is certainly affecting the consumer.
Do you find, and I was on the Hidden Harvest board for 9 years. Do you find that product is tighter to get because some of the traditional places that donate food are being a lot more careful on how they use their supplies?
I would think, yeah, to a degree, that's everybody's trying to make sure they take full benefit of every product they get in. But overall, I think it's a food supply, even on canned goods and stuff, that's not onto the shelves of retailers. It's not being available to us.
Wow. That makes it difficult at a time when you need to feed more people. How is the demand for service?
It's actually starting to increase again. We didn't know, when we started our whole deal 5 years ago, that we would be in the middle of a pandemic and trying to figure things out as we went along. But I'm blessed to have some. And, it's been a phenomenal couple of years. It started to dip just a little bit about 3 months ago, and it's actually picked back up. We'll run out of food today, and Bay County will get between 850 to 1,000 people will get food today at Safe Harbor. But there will probably be another 40 or 50 people that we won't have the food for because it's gone.
What made you start it?
We saw a need on the west side. We actually looked at the Old Town Soup Kitchen as a handprint. We saw what they were doing. Pretty incredible. And in Bay City, there wasn't really any place on the west side where folks could be serviced. And we have a great piece of property as a church that Safe Harbor is able to use, and it's in the Banks area, simple to get to. So that's why we started it on the west side, but we didn't know that we would be doing what we're doing now.
So you mentioned the church. So what else is Safe Harbor, or are you just using that space?
Well, Safe Harbor is a vision that kind of popped. It's a separate 501c, and it works on its own. We have our own board, and we have volunteers from all kinds of churches that are involved to help us. Just today, there's over 30 volunteers from probably 7 or 8 different churches in the area helping do what we do and work together to help our community. We think that's important.
And I know you're going to be one of the beneficiaries of an upcoming concert in Vets Park.
Yeah. And that's pretty awesome.
Gilbert, and then there's a rock concert the next night.
Yeah, that organization has been wonderful to us, the Bay City Concerts, and appreciate all their support. doesn't happen without our local businesses and local people, because that's where it's all driven from the funding that we get, except for very, very little that we've gotten from outside of our area. It's all funding from Bay County and the Tri-City market.
I was going to ask about that, how you pay for everything. Is there a website people can go to find out more about it?
There sure is. It's safeharborkitchen.com. safeharborkitchen.com.
And typically, what do people have to know if they want to use the service? If they need that meal, for example,
right?
Do they have to demonstrate anything to you, or do they just show up?
We ask that they're a Bay County resident, just because there's so many other outlets in Saginaw than there is Bay City. We can't keep up with demand if we start getting both. So we're strictly Bay County residents we like to support.
But no other requirements or anything.
No, we just ask that you come and you really have a need and we'll take care of you. Or you're coming to take stuff. We have that, and it's been a wonderful thing to happen.
Typically, someone comes for the pantry pickup and they get a box of food or however you provide it. What's in it?
What we try to do is we establish a framework depending on the size of the family. So they may get one box, they may get 3 or 4 boxes depending on the size of their family. In the pantry, what we try to do is get them enough food to get through a week to 10 days. So there's soups, there's stews, there's rices, there's pastas. We try cereals. We try to take care of them, and week and a half worth of food. They leave with a cart full of food every single Monday, those that come.
Nutritionally balanced,
yes.
As best you can do.
Yeah, very much on the pantry side. On the mass food giveaway, we don't have any control of what comes in. That comes in except for what we buy to add into the truck right now. It's what we get shipped in, and so we don't have any control of it. Right now, there's been great produce that's been coming in there, so
that comes in off the truck.
Yeah.
How many people does it take to start boxing it up so it's ready to go?
Like today for the mass food giveaway, there's 30 volunteers that'll be there helping.
Wow.
Like by time the parking lot was already half full when I got there at 8:15. We don't start handing out food till 10:15.
Hang on, Steve. I'll take a break. We'll come back and
right.
talk a little more. We're talking to Steve Rowe from Safe Harbor in Bay City. And let me talk to you about my friends. Speaking of Bay City, let me talk to you about Thalen Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram up on North Euclid Avenue in Bay City. Because if you're thinking about buying a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pickup, you'll want to talk to the folks at Thalen, or you want to go online to thinkthalen.com, where you can complete about 80% of the purchase online. You still have to come in and sign the paperwork and pick up the vehicle and all that, but most of the work you can do online, including building the vehicle you'd like. Thalen has new vehicles arriving all the time, and you can make sure your name goes on one of them. And if you're looking to move up into a newer pre-owned vehicle, the Thalen Auto Group on North Euclid Avenue, all those dealerships side by side, have one of the largest inventories of pre-owned vehicles anywhere in the Great Lakes Bay region. All have been inspected and put out on the lot, ready for delivery today. You can sit down with a Thalen representative, strike the best deal on the vehicle you're interested in, and then drive it away. Thalen, remember, that family has been serving your automotive needs for 45 years. Stop in today or visit them online at thinkthalen.com. Thinkthalen.com. More coming up after these notes.
Why can't Michigan students be the best educated in the world? Why can't the state that put the world on wheels have the best roads? Why can't Michigan be the manufacturing capital of the United States? I believe we can. My name is Tim Kelly, and as state representative, I cut through Lansing regulations every day. Now I'm running for state senate, and I'm primed to get. Michigan has been held back by Lansing's red tape for far too long. Let's give Michigan a chance again. Paid for by Tim Kelly for state senate.
Did you know that Masterforce has thousands of tools at Menards? Any tool you want, we have. There are hammers, drills, pliers, levels, wrenches, grinders, sanders, air compressors, nailers, workbenches, mowers, blowers, chainsaws, floor jacks, knee pads, work lights, fans, and and that's just a taste. Want power, performance, durability? Come check out the wide range of products from Masterforce, exclusively at Menards.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Earnings news so far. Johnson & Johnson's earnings were upbeat, though the company is lowering its forecast. Lockheed Martin says supply chain challenges are weighing on defense sales. It's predicting the impact could linger, and it has softened expectations for the year. Building for new homes is showing more signs of weakness. Building permits declined 0.6% in June. Groundbreakings, housing starts declined 2%. Macy's says every one of its U.S. stores will have a Toys R Us shop for the holidays. The shops will start rolling out later this month and could be expanded for the holiday season. Macy's has been offering an assortment from Toys R Us since last August. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
With each mortgage-free home, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation delivers on its promise to do good and never forget the sacrifices of America's heroes. These heroes need your help. That's Gold Star and fallen first responder families with young children, our nation's most catastrophically injured first responders and veterans, and even our homeless service members. Help these heroes now. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T.org.
Annette Glenn believes defunding police is radical and dangerous. Michigan's murder rate, 14th highest in the nation. Violent crime, above the national average. Annette Glenn backed more funding for police to keep us safe. Paid for by Annette Glenn for State Senate.
What you don't know about your home can cost you. Access to in-depth data is gold when buying or selling your home. With Ownerly.com, you get the information the pros use. Real estate investors and agents would rather keep this to themselves. Unlike other real estate websites, Ownerly.com delivers much more property. Knowledge is power. Need a home valuation? Get up to 3 with Ownerly.com. Go for the gold. Visit Ownerly.com. That's Ownerly.com. Ownerly.com. Paid for by Ownerly.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at Wounded Warrior Project.
It is time for the WSGW Winvitational. This year, including a 4-person scramble at the sawmill, 3 closest to the pin contests, and $10,000 hole-in-one contest. The WSGW Winvitational is presented by Westside Decorating Center and powered by Branham's Jewelry. On Tuesday, August 16th, golfers will compete for fun and prizes at the Sawmill Golf Club. Golfers can purchase entries or win a foursome by participating in closest to the pin contests powered by Sarah Automotive of Saginaw. 3 separate closest to the pin contests will be held during the WSGW Morning Team Show on July 19th, 26th, and August 2nd. Each to stop by between 5:30 and 9 a.m. and take 3 swings at the pin. At the end of the contest, the golfer closest to the pin wins a foursome into the scramble at the Sawmill on August 16th. Plus, each closest to the pin contest will include the $10,000 hole-in-one presented by Buck Insurance in Freeland. All the details available for you online at WSGW.com.
On the next Markley Van Camp and Robbins show,
the White House says the economy is doing great.
People aren't suffering at all. We're having a great time. Markley Van Camp and Robbins, weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
Hey, we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show. We're talking to Steve Rowe from Safe Harbor a food distribution site on the Bay City's west side. Steve, where is Safe Harbor located?
We're at 706 Joseph, which is 2 blocks off of Wilder Road by ABC Warehouse.
So let me ask, we're all suffering through inflation right now. How has inflation impacted your efforts, and what has it done in terms of demand for service?
Yeah, we have to continue to dig up funding, find funds. It doesn't just stop. We have to have money to do what we do. So we're constantly talking to people, talking to business people, sharing our stuff on social media to try to get response to send funds in so we can keep buying product. And then we go to the challenges. Again, I haven't seen it like this. We've been doing what we've been doing for 5 years. And even the last 18 months wasn't as bad as it is right now. As far as the supply and demand issue is real. We're having a hard time finding products that we used to be able to get readily. And the increase of volume of people that are coming in. We thought it would start to flatten out, and it's done just the opposite. The last 3 weeks, we've seen a pretty substantial increase to where we were for about 30 days.
I have to believe, because of that supply and demand issue, that when you do find product, the product you pay for, it costs you more.
It absolutely costs more, and it costs more to make. We're doing 400 meals a week, and so you try to put a good meal together, and if you have meat in that meal, which most of them do, that's an extremely expensive product to have to use.
A lot of the product that is perishable.
Absolutely.
You buy most of that?
The perishable stuff is produced, for the most part, we're getting either from Hidden Harvest, Gordon's, or from the Food Bank of Michigan as we get it. But there again, that's something timely. You got to turn that over pretty rapidly.
Yeah, you have to know you're going to use it right away.
Correct.
Yeah. And how many meals a week would you say you prepare?
We're doing 400 meals, 200 each night, Monday and Tuesday night. And those are takeouts. And we're going to stay with takeout. We used to be dine in, but we only could do 100 people. And this way we're getting double the people that are we're able to reach out to in our community. So
someone drives up, they're handed the package.
They're handed the meal, a hot meal in a takeout container.
Wow.
Now, like today, they'll be getting food in boxes that they'll drive around, and there'll be a team of about 10 to 12 people be on the back line filling their car with food as they leave.
So this is the morning session going on now is food distribution.
Correct.
Then later on today, you'll have hot meals.
5:30, and they really last 15, 20 minutes is it, and the 200 meals are gone. They'll start lining up today. We'll have cars there at 4 o'clock. Yeah, there's a need.
There is a need, and it's scary how big that need is locally, statewide, nationally. It's not unique to you.
No, I totally understand that, and that's why we're trying to really work hard and stay ahead of the curve at Safe Harbor to make sure that we can continue to do what we do.
Let's talk about the volunteers for a minute. Most of them come from churches, or can anybody volunteer?
Anybody can volunteer. You can go to our website again, that's safeharborkitchen.com. Pretty simple layout. Just hit the volunteer button. The button will lead you to a screen, and you'll fill out an application, send it to us. We'll do a background check, and then we'll let you know where we can use you.
And I assume, bad word I know, but it's more than just Monday and Tuesday, right? Because you're doing stuff Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, there's always stuff that we're doing in and around the facility for sure, just to keep maintenance up on what we have to do and to keep the products organized.
So the food you're giving out today, you're distributing this morning. When does that semi come in?
It was probably here by 8:15.
It comes in today.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is off the semi into the boxes into your car.
Correct. It is. That's what I mean. We have an amazing team at Safe Harbor, and they're really from seven different churches and other organizations. But without everybody working together for a common cause, it doesn't work. And so I see incredible unity in what's happening right there at Safe Harbor, and I just keep asking and praying that it can happen in Bay County, because we could turn our county around in a great way.
So let's look at the Steve Rowe crystal ball. What does Safe Harbor look like 5 years from now?
We're hoping that we can add to it and more help, meaning that we can help people understand maybe how to cook, how to buy food, how to take their There are low funds to expand them bigger, even getting people that maybe don't know how to budget, get some work with other organizations to bring them in to help. People understand they don't have to stay in a poverty mindset. I think that's what it is. They've done it for so many years. I think this generation is going to be the same. And it doesn't have to be that way. I think there's better ways of doing it.
Are we doing enough as a society to address this problem?
You know, I think overall as a society, we're certainly, I think the Tri-Cities is doing an awesome job of trying to help all of our people in our community. There are always going to be sometimes we wish we could do better. I wish we could have more food. I wish the truck would be better. I wish I could give them hamburger and meat every time they come through. That's just not the reality of what we're dealing with. I think everybody that is working in the community that's trying to make a difference, we're making a huge difference for our community in a better way.
All right, so let's remind everybody about the website. It's
safeharborkitchen.com. And they can donate on there. They can send in their volunteer applications on there. We're also on social media. They can look at it.
And again, so everybody understands, you do not have to go there to apply for assistance. Just show up.
Yes, just show up.
And show up early.
Yes.
It sounds like early, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Monday and Tuesday are the days. Give them the address again.
It's 706 Joseph Street. We're 2 blocks off of Wilder Road by ABC Warehouse, right across the street from what used to be Lindsay Elementary School.
All right. Well, Steve, look, thanks for being with us. And
well, thank you guys.
Good luck with Safe Harbor.
Thank you. Take care.
We'll talk again. Take care.
We will. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Steve Rose, Safe Harbor in Bay City. We thank you for joining us this morning. We'll have open phones for the remainder of the hour, 989-752-6111.
Hello, I'm Shep.
And I'm Mark.
And we're the friendly board-certified entomologists from Rose Pest Solutions.
Hey, Shep, I've got a riddle for you.
Hit me.
Why don't anteaters get sick?
I don't know.
Because they're filled with antibodies.
You know, Mark, there are thousands of ant species that can run amok in your home.
To be effective, you've got to keep them straight.
The pros from Rose can correctly identify the ant and solve the problem.
Protect your health and home. Call 800-966-ROSE. Rose will get the best of your best. This is
Imagine this, winning big during our hottest summer ever. It's the $1 Million Summer on Saturdays through September 24th. 7 winners every half hour from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. and then 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. win $500 in premium play. That's 7 winners every 30 minutes. The $1 Million Summer at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Your getaway reimagined. Visit SoaringEagleCasino.com for complete rules and details.
Are you ready for retirement? Well, Jason and Carl Kreiderman with Great Lakes Investment Advisors have a new book that can help make retiring easier. In Empower Your Retirement, they talk about how a well-thought-out financial plan can make the difference between just thriving in retirement. Using everyday language, this book explores how a simple process can help you cover all the bases of your financial life, including how taxes can affect your retirement and much more. Your finances are too important to leave to chance. Empower Your Retirement is written to help you understand the must-dos to prepare for the retirement you desire. Get your free copy of Empower Your Retirement by calling 989-848-1188. That's 989-848-1188. And for more on retirement planning, tune into Jason and Carl's radio show, Your Financial Empower Hour, every Sunday morning at 8. Firm provides insurance services, investment advisory services offered by Great Lakes Investment Advisors, an advisor firm in the state of Michigan. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Is your job recession-proof? Now might be the perfect time. Become an IT professional with My Computer Career. IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You could have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. Take classes online or on campus. And financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Is your prostate secretly being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, ProstaStream, Prostagenics, and others want to know which work and which are garbage? A free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. Which pill has over 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA? It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid that is a prostate killer, and discover the 3 so-called health foods that destroy your prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers as it pulls no pun. Prostatesecrets.com. Prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com.
The WSGW Morning Team Show.
WSW online poll: bipartisan bills in the Michigan legislature to allow alcohol sales at college football, basketball, hockey games. Right now, 8 of the 14 Big Ten schools do allow such sales. Both Michigan and Michigan State do not, though MSU does sell in its suites. Lawmakers say it's going to offer a more enjoyable game experience.
So I think it will make Michigan universities have a little more of a competitive edge.
And they say that studies show the number of alcohol-related incidents inside stadiums declines when sales are allowed. Alcohol would be sold 2 hours before and 2 hours after games. Some opponents do say that there's already enough alcohol at game sites already without it being sold. Poll question for you: should alcohol sales be allowed at college sporting events in Michigan? It's a yes. It's a no. We'll give you the I'm not sure option too. Head to WSW.com, scroll down the homepage, find the online poll box, and make your votes that way, please.
Show, weekdays 5:30 till 9 on WSGW. From the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios, you are listening to 100.5 and 790 WSGW.
All right, we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW. Open phones for the remainder of the hour, and Paul is with us in Saginaw. Paul, good morning.
Morning, Art. Art, I want to clear something up and allowed to do yesterday when I called in. It was a previous city manager who negotiated those firemen's deals, and Early was brought in at a later date to clean up the mess and try to fix it as best as he could, and I believe he did. So I just want to make that clear. I lost my train of thought yesterday when I was talking to you, so I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, okay. Clarification is always good.
Yep.
All right.
So that's all I had.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
And for those of you that missed it yesterday, Paul called up and he was talking about pension plans and how several, and it's been well publicized, nothing new about it, but there were several firefighters in the city of Saginaw that retired with pretty healthy pensions. They didn't do anything wrong. They did it exactly what the contract allowed them to do. And that's what he was pointing out, was he thought that the contract at the time that it was in place was flawed, that it allowed for this to happen. And he was talking about Darnell Early coming in at the time as a financial manager, but he actually was the city manager at the time. He was financial manager in Flint. A state-imposed financial manager, and of course he was there during the water crisis in Flint, but in the city of Saginaw, he was actually the city manager. And, you know, listen, communities all across the United States, big and small, have had problems with their defined benefits, pension plans, in other words. Problems funding them, eating up a big hunk of their budget. And a lot of communities, more and more all the time, are negotiating out of defined benefits into 401k type plans. And this is simply because it's what they can afford anymore. They just can't afford to do some of the stuff they've been doing. It's that simple. And I think you're going to see more and more of it. You've seen it in private industry. You're going to see it in the public sector more and more. Mark is in Gladwin. Let's talk to him this morning. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Art. How are you, sir?
We're fine, thanks.
It was mentioned by the gavel of Speaker Pelosi that nobody is above the law. Jail for
How about her
insider
husband?
trading.
How about her husband?
So currently, right now, there's a bill getting ready to be voted on for semiconductors being manufactured in our United States.
Yep.
Pelosi's husband has bought over $1 million.
Yes, he
in
did.
stocks. Now, if nobody's above the law, shouldn't he be in jail?
Well, in my world,
insider
if
trading.
let me put it to you this way. If you can prove, there's a key word there, Mark. If you can prove that he had advanced knowledge, and you and I probably both think he did, if you can prove it, yeah. If you can't prove it, no. I mean, that's the basic.
Wouldn't it be just by asking Pelosi if she has the votes to pass the bill along, and if she does?
Well, you don't know if he, but how do you prove that he did that? That's my point. How do you prove? I mean, common sense tells you they live in the same house. They talk to each other all the time, but that's not proof. That's speculative. It's circumstantial, but it's not proof, and you have to have proof.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's the reality. You and I can sit here and we can say, look at that so-and-so. He spent $1 million because Nancy told him, hey, we're going to pass this thing. But you can't prove it. And as much as I'd love to see not only him, but anybody else that does that get caught and get punished for it because there's a law against it. It's a very difficult thing to prove.
Well, they did with Martha Stewart pretty quick.
Yeah, well, that was a little different. The circumstances and what was involved was a little different. And but yeah, they got her. She spent time in the.
My understanding.
Yeah, go ahead.
They only have to mark the stocks as SP for spousal stocks purchased, as opposed to Pelosi herself purchasing the stocks. I'd be curious to see how many times that has happened in their portfolio.
Oh, that much I imagine
spousal
they do.
stocks.
No, I imagine they do that pretty regularly because that'd be too easy to check. I do imagine that. I do imagine their portfolio, whatever it is, and they're not. Let's understand. She knows nothing about being poor. She's not. She's not poor. They're very wealthy people. And I would imagine their stock portfolio, if they're well advised, and I'm sure they are, is spitting clean. How some of those stocks got in there and whether or not there was inside trading, that's the debate. But in terms of how they're identified and how she buys them or he buys them, I'll bet they follow that to a T because it's much too easy to check.
Yeah. Fair enough, sir.
Good enough, Mark. Have a good one.
You as well.
Yep. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Lines open for you. Give us a call here on the Art Lewis Show for this Tuesday morning.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. It doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're advanced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
I thought learning a language would be too much work. Then I discovered Babbel. They make learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes. And in 3 short weeks, you turn around and realize, hey, I can actually speak another language. Es como magia.
My friend from Italy said my accent and pronunciation is perfect. It's because Babbel's lessons are designed by language teachers. real native speakers.
I love that there's all kinds of ways to learn. Babbel's podcast or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
You learn words and phrases you actually use in real conversations.
In 3 weeks, I was speaking another language. So easy.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than Babbel.
To try Babbel free, text radio to 64,000. Text RADIO to 64,000 to try Babbel free. Text radio to 64,000.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. When you don't agree with your search results, call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Ricky LeBlanc, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Admitted in Massachusetts only. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Members, Paul J. Morgan, Winter Park, Florida. Nick Neiswander, Florence, Kentucky. Rich Grabo, 970 Farmington Avenue, West Hartford, Connecticut. 860-904-7789. Michael Bo Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. Filing number LA-22-13614. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other attorneys. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson. Attention U.S. Marines. Veterans were exposed to toxic on Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. Exposure to these chemicals increased the risk for cancer, birth defects, and other serious health problems. If you or a loved one were exposed to contaminated water on Camp Lejeune, you may be entitled to compensation. A new law gives legal rights to those harmed. It is not too late to take action. Call Sokolov Law now for a free legal consultation at 1-800-397-8100, 1-800-397-8100, 1-800-397-8100.
EW Morning Team Show.
I don't use DoorDash, and there was a glitch that hit the app. It was a technical hiccup, it says, and users place an order without entering payment information. They were getting their orders for free. Okay, obviously
something was wrong.
Something was wrong.
Yeah.
News of the glitch spread on Twitter. Users shared a number of their free orders, including $1,900 worth of Don Julio tequila. That says DoorDash became aware and immediately canceled orders.
How did they think the DoorDash was not going to be able to correct the mistake?
The same reason people who think they can get away with things in the public eye, because they don't think they're in the public eye. Have I ever done anything like that in my sordid past?
Did you feel bad if the vending machine gave you what you wanted, but then accidentally spell out?
I will admit to that. Yeah.
All right.
I will admit to
and
that.
you lived with yourself.
Very good. I have been outed, but it was one candy bar. I didn't empty the whole vending machine.
The Morning Team Show. Weekdays 5:30 till 9 on WSGW.
Trying to find when and where you can hear the Tigers, Red Wings, Michigan football, All Spirit Hockey, and SVSU football on WSGW? Just click on the sports broadcast box on WSGW.com for complete game time listings. That's WSGW.com.
All right, we're back with you here on the Art Lewis Show for this Tuesday morning, and we thank you for being with us. Phones are open. We'll also have some more open phones next hour after our initial chat with a guest. I want to talk for a moment about something that happened at a mall in Indiana and what's being made out of it. As you probably have heard, if you watched the news, heard the news, what's being described as a 22-year-old Good Samaritan stopped an active shooter in an Indiana mall, and police are crediting him with saving countless lives. He took 3 lives before this 22-year-old, who was legally carrying, shot him to death. And the debate has gone on for years and years and years about CPL, concealed pistol license, or CCW, carrying a concealed weapon. There are some things to note about this. One, and I am guessing, I do not know this for a fact, but I'm guessing that he was fairly well trained in his concealed weapon, not just in the use of the weapon, but when you can use it, how you use it, what the legal consequences are of using it, all of that. When you get a CPL, it's at least an 8-hour course. Some companies do it in multiple days. The course I took was all in one day, where we did 5 hours classroom, 3 hours range time. And then you get a certificate. And you have to have that certificate before you can go to your county clerk office and apply for your CPL. And then you go through a big, extensive background check, and they have 45 days to issue or deny. I think it took me 2 weeks to get mine, from the time I actually filled the paperwork out at the clerk's office until my CPL arrived. It was 2 weeks. So it's not a very difficult process, but there is training required. I will tell you this. The training is fine, but like any other kind of training, particularly if this is your first time, it's introductory at best. It tells you all the rules, it shows you scenarios, but it's still introductory at best, because it really doesn't teach you defensive techniques and things of that nature. That's up to you. And I would tell you that once you get the CPL, and once you start to consider actually carrying, it's incumbent upon you to get the training you need to be able to react in situations and do so lawfully. It's not open season. When you get a CPL, you can't just use it willy-nilly anytime you want. There are a lot of laws in place, a lot of rules and regulations in the state, and every state is different. In the state of Michigan, there is a whole list of places where you cannot carry a CPL. For example, you can't carry your concealed weapon in any kind of school setting, churches, government facilities, sporting arenas that hold more than 2,500. The list goes on and on and on. There's a list of places that you need to know, because that CPL doesn't exonerate you if you violate the terms of it. It is important that you get training. You hear us, you hear a commercial on the air for a company called ATS, and it's a Applied Training Solutions in the Midland Mall, and they teach a variety of defensive and operational tactics so that you know what you're doing. This young man at 22 years old knew what he was doing. He knew how to do it. But it's up to you to do it. The basic CPL course is not going to turn you into an expert. It's going to provide you with the certification you need to get your CPL. Then it's up to you to get the skills and the practice you need by going to a range, practicing with your gun, so you know what you're doing and you can do it in a safe manner. That's all up to you. I will be back to close out here and move on to the next hour.
At Wildfire Credit Union, loan rates are low and borrow for the things you want. Consolidate high-interest credit cards or refinance a loan and watch your monthly payments go down. We have members who save thousands of dollars. You can save too and get cash back.
It's coming back round again. Cash is back. Tell a friend.
It's easy to open a new loan or move an existing one to Wildfire. Just call, click, or come by any Wildfire branch in Saginaw, Midland, or Bay City and ask for cash back now through the end of August. We've got great rates and personalized solutions for your borrowing needs. Enjoy the things you want. Save money with lower monthly payments. Plus, get cash back.
It's coming back round again. Cash is back. Tell a friend. It's coming back.
Wildfire Credit Union. Distinctively better.
Cash. Tell a friend.
New loans only, subject to credit approval, equal housing lender.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 10-count markers and 12-count colored pencils are just 99 cents each, and Staples 1-subject notebooks are only 35 cents. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in-store only, limit 30.
Okay, that wraps this first hour up here on WSGW. We're going to talk about the John Glenn dance team next hour because tonight they are going to be on America's Got Talent. Won't be able to tell you the results, but we will be able to talk about the team and how they got there. That's coming up. And then after that conversation, we will have more open phones here on the Art Lewis Show.
From the premier kitchen and bath gallery studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. A heat wave is blanketing the U.S. and Europe again today. Wichita, Kansas, where the high is 106.
Hopefully it cools off soon. I'm tired of it. I don't like when it's too hot like this.
The temperature set a new record in Britain today, where it reached 104. This doctor seeing patients with heat-related illnesses.
It's people who haven't been using sunblock or sun protection. That we've seen a lot of burns. Some quite severe, particularly children, elderly people, dehydration.
The head of the UN Weather Agency says he hopes the heat wave in the UK serves as a wake-up call to lawmakers and voters to pay more attention to climate change. The WHO says COVID cases have tripled across Europe in the past. Infections are also soaring in and around Los Angeles. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
What we're not seeing in the U.S. or in Europe really is significant number of patients going in ICU or going on a ventilator.
President Biden has signed an executive order aimed at imposing more penalties for detaining Americans abroad. Correspondent Cammie McCormick.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the new order will provide the U.S. government with more tools to deter hostage-taking or wrongful detentions. They include financial and travel sanctions on those responsible, whether they are a terrorist network or state actor. The State Department's also introduced for Americans traveling overseas, warning them of wrongful detentions by a foreign government.
The Secret Service is expected to hand over text messages today to congressional investigators from January 5th and 6th, after an internal watchdog reported some had been deleted. California Democrat Zoe Lofgren.
It's hard to believe that you would go forward in a transition where you do a factory reset of the phones of agents and not back up the data. I mean, who does that?
The head of a big bank talking about the R word.
Goldman Sachs CEO and chairman David Solomon said on CBS Mornings a recession is not a sure thing.
Ability of a recession. It's not clear. It's not baked in the cake that there's going to be a recession, but there's no question, given the inflation that we have in our economy, you're seeing a tightening of economic conditions, and there is certainly a chance that that can lead to recession.
He says it's partly dependent on the Fed's future actions. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
Amazon filed a lawsuit against Facebook group administrators today, alleging they acted as fake review brokers in exchange for money or free products. The Dow is up 316 points. This is CBS News.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Solution. Attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Credit.
Imagine this, a day filled with indulgence, bursting with excitement, and packed with extraordinary moments that build memories to last a lifetime. A day that is unmistakably yours, at the place that is undeniably spectacular. Whether you're winning big, dining lavishly, or relaxing oh so comfortably, it's your getaway reimagined at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Is your prostate secretly being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, ProstaStream, Prostagenics, and others. Want to know which pills work and which are garbage? Now you can. Get a free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. Which pill has over 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA? It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid that is a prostate killer, and discover the 3 so-called health foods that destroy your prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers. So go to prostatesecrets.com, prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
Sunny skies and 82 degrees at 10:05. Good morning, I'm Mike Percha. Fashion Square Mall could have new owners by the end of next month. Commercial real estate firms NAI Farben and 10X are coordinating an online auction scheduled for August 22nd through the 24th. Interested bidders are invited to register on the two firms' websites. Like malls around the country, Fashion Square Mall, which opened in October 1972, has struggled to keep and attract tenants and shoppers in recent years as more people shop online. The mall is being advertised as having 67% of its spaces occupied. The opening bid for the auction is $2.25 million. The previous owner, Namdar Realty Group of Great Neck, New York, defaulted on a $34.8 million mortgage almost 2 years ago. The mall is currently owned by the lender, Wells Fargo. Midland are invited to celebrate the grand opening of the Eagle Ridge Nature Area today at 4 p.m. in Stratford Woods Park. The Eagle Ridge Nature Area is a 140-acre wooded land parcel located next to Stratford Woods. The ground features forests, sandy ridges, and natural wetlands. It will offer nature trails with rest benches, a boardwalk with wetland access, and viewing areas, a pollinator-friendly area, and educational signage highlighting the unique topographical features of the property. The project was developed by Dow as a component of its natural resources damage restoration efforts and will be transferred to the City of Midland for future oversight and preservation. The grand opening celebration features a formal ribbon-cutting ceremony with remarks from local, state, and federal officials. A Sunday motorcycle crash in Bay County claimed the life of an Alpena man. State police responded to the crash around 1 p.m. They see a 64-year-old Hugh Brown was riding a 2001 Harley-Davidson north on Huron Road near Coggins Road and failed to slow down for stopped traffic. The motorcycle rear-ended a 2004 GMC Yukon driven by a Pinconning woman. Local hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. No other injuries were reported. WSGW News Time, 10:07.
This is Jason from Applied Training Solutions in the Midland Mall. We are the Midwest's premier self-defense academy. From our state-of-the-art digital firearm range to open-hand self-defense classes, we are building a safer community one student at a time. We offer concealed pistol license classes that combine both live fire and digital range training. Online at simurange.com and Facebook at ATS Midland. Applied Training Solutions, forward-thinking, on-target training.
Introducing a special first-time ever change your life in an instant ticket. $300 million diamond riches from the Michigan Lottery. A $50 instant game. 50 years in the making with over $300 million in total prizes. The richest ever. Top prizes of $6 million. The highest ever. And 50 chances to win on every ticket. The most ever. We're celebrating 50 years in an riches from the Michigan Lottery. For fun, for schools, for 50 years. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
WSGW News Time, 10:08. The weather forecast is coming up. With temperatures nearing 90 degrees today, the State Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy has declared a Clean Air Action Day. The state is asking people and businesses curtail activities that lead to ozone formation, such as filling up vehicles with gas or mowing the lawn. The pollution can be unhealthy for some residents. There's a device that could help eliminate school shootings. A company called Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions showed off the weapon detection security system yesterday afternoon. CEO Steve Reinhardt says they train devices on what guns look like.
We'll train it on 1,000 images, and then we'll run 10,000 through it automatically. And then after that, it'll have a good idea of what a weapon might look like. This way, that way, up, down, behind my back, holding all these other directions. And then it activates based on that.
Reinhardt claims 80% of past school shootings could have been prevented. He's alerting school districts to the new device. The company is donating 10 devices to schools as part of a project called Bailey's Gift, which is named for Bailey Holt, who was killed in Kentucky in 2018. The State Insurance and Financial Services Department is alerting residents about a recurring scam. The imposters are calling people and identifying themselves as financial institutions or utility companies. Callers ask for payments or personal information. The director says everyone should be wary of anyone calling you and asking for a payment or personal information of any kind. If there are questions about the legitimacy of the call, hang up and call the number on the billing statement or other documents. WSGW News Time 1010. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your Wsgw Weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny skies here for today with a high into the mid-90s. Southwest winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. Then for tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low near 74. Wednesday, a chance for some rain showers here. Blend of clouds and sunshine develops high around 88 degrees. Then by Thursday, mostly sunny skies and a high of 91. Friday, plenty of blue skies and sun, high around 92 degrees. Then by Saturday, we'll have a slight chance for rain showers late. Blend of clouds and sunshine develops and a high around 90. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the meteorology forecast. Currently, it's 82.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
Well, good morning and welcome back to hour number 2 of the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW. We're going to start this hour talking about something that's going to happen tonight with a local group on television on America's Got Talent. The John Glenn Dance Group is going to be on. We're going to talk about that this morning with a number of guests. A couple of them in the studio, and I see them this morning. Introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Shelby Putnam, and I am the coach of the John Glenn Varsity Pom-Pom team.
Hello, my name is Lillian Rocha, and I am a former senior on the John Glenn Pom-Pom team.
Hi, I'm Riley Lepcott, and I'm also a former senior on the John Glenn team.
All right, and I see on my end, I see one other here, although her image is not there. Is there a Christina Kirk out there? Christina?
No.
Nope. Okay. I just see an image, but no Christina.
She's actually our PR specialist from America's Got Talent, so I'm sure she's listening in right now.
She's
Yeah.
listening in. Okay,
Yes.
that's what it is then, because I see her come up on my screen.
Yes, she's
That's
been wonderful.
good. All right. All right. So let's, first of all, before we get to America's Got Talent, give us a little overview of the John Glenn Varsity Pom-Pom team.
So the John Glenn Varsity Pom-Pom team, we are from Bay City, Michigan. We have freshmen through seniors that are on our varsity team at John Glenn High School. We do about 3 competitions a year. Very wonderful young women. I'm very, very grateful to coach all of them. They are fantastic. And we've also been very fortunate to have a great record as well. We've won quite a few state championships. We're state runner-up this year and also won the Mid-American High Kick Championship in November of last year.
And I think it's important to point out within the pom-pom, quote, dance world, if you will, there's a number of different categories, aren't there? It's not just one category fits all.
Correct. Yes. Different competitions have different categories that are based on either the class size of your school or the number of members on your squad.
And gals, what got you two involved as students?
When I was in middle school, I was actually a dancer, and I decided to join POM because I had always done clinics as a little kid, and I was always very interested in it, and I ended up trying out in 7th grade, and I made the team.
For me, it was the same thing. I grew up dancing locally in Bay City, and then when I got into middle school, I figured out what POM was, and I just wanted to try out for the team.
So let's talk about AGT for a couple of minutes here. First of all, so everyone knows, it's pre-recorded, so we cannot talk about the results. But let's talk about how you got there, because that in itself is a trying situation, isn't it?
So we competed in a competition in November and won the Mid-American High Kick Championship. The team gets to choose what theme they get to do for that. So you could choose anything. You could choose a musical, something like that. But our team chose to be the Latin rapper Pitbull. So our entire team wore bald caps and tuxedo jackets and did a really fun number that the audience seemed to love. It went viral on TikTok. We got 8 million views, and then someone had asked us if we were interested in trying out for America's Got Talent. So we submitted our video for the audition.
You got 8 million views.
We did.
You become influencers. Did you make any money?
I mean, no cash at hand for that, but I will say the memories made were priceless. And also seeing some gorgeous teenage girls decide to put on bald caps and wear aviators, I mean, that's worth more money than you can think.
So then comes AGT. I mean, it's one thing to win a competition. It's another thing to make it to the stage on camera. How did you do that?
So I'll let the girls talk about that in just a second about their reaction to all of it. But we had been told that it was a possibility after we had submitted our video, but we hadn't really heard anything. And then
stop right there.
Yeah,
that was the first step. You submitted a video.
Yes. So they actually used our video from TikTok. So they kind of said, we'll take it from here. We can submit your video for you. I said, okay. I told them that there are minors on the team, so we need to talk to parents and make sure everything was okay. And the parents agreed, sure, let's go for it. And then we got a call and said, so are you still interested? And a couple weeks later, we were in Pasadena, California.
So let's talk about how we got there. I mean, it takes money to fly out to Pasadena, California. That doesn't happen for free.
AGT is wonderful, and we'll just say that they made the process very easy for us.
Very good. So when you got out to Pasadena, when you watch AGT, and we do it religiously in this house, when you got out there, I mean, AGT shows, thousands of people. What did you find when you got there?
Once we got there, I feel like there were lots of people in the crowd. I feel like I didn't really get too good of a glance, but I could see lots of people in the crowd, and I could just hear them supporting us from the crowd too.
So when you got out there, did you already know you were going to be on the show?
No. We actually, it was never really for sure if we were on the show or not. We were just kind of waiting for like that approval of, yes, you are going to be on.
When did you find that out?
Wednesday of last week. So because of the nature of the show and because it is a competitive show, they keep most things very hush hush. So we're told, you know, you're going to go out there, you're going to perform, you have a chance to be on the show, and we will keep you posted. But we had, you know, you pretty much hear that. You just kind of sit and wait. So you have this whirlwind where you're suddenly like, all right, I guess we're flying across the country. I guess we're performing on this stage. Then you fly home and say, did any of that really happen? And then you wait to hear. So we were all very hopeful, and you know, we were like, please tune in, make sure you watch. And you all watch it all the time too. We were watching every week. Also afraid that maybe we didn't get the email and we're like, not even on, and we don't know. But yeah, this past week we got the confirmation that we would be on tonight at 8 o'clock.
So how many? So they shoot it in kind of segments, don't they? I mean, you were told to go out on the stage and you did your thing. When you went out and you performed and you heard from the judges, did you know you were actually going to be on the show?
No, we still did not actually. And I think the girls can talk about that a little bit too, if you guys want to chime in.
I think that the anticipation was like crazy to say the least. We knew we were going to go perform, but we had no idea what these results would be. We didn't know who would like it, who wouldn't. And still after that, we still wouldn't know if we were on the show. I mean, we went in April and we just found out last week that we were going to be on. So, I mean, the anticipation the whole time has been crazy.
I'll bet it has. All right, I want you to hang on. I've got to take a break here, and then we'll come back and talk more with our guests, part of the John Glenn High School Varsity Pom-Pom team. You will see them tonight, beginning at 8 o'clock on AGT on NBC. So if you want to see something local and cheer on some local folks, tonight is the night. We will be right back after these notes.
Why can't Michigan students be the best educated in the world? Why can't the state that put the world on wheels have the best roads? Why can't Michigan be the manufacturing capital of the United States? I believe we can. My name is Tim Kelly, and as state representative, I cut through Lansing regulations every day. Now I'm running for state senate, and I'm primed to get our state back on track. Michigan has been held back by Lansing's red tape for far too long. Let's give Michigan a chance again. Paid for by Tim Kelly for state senate.
This is what camping sounds like when you have sleep apnea and struggle with CPAP. And this is what camping sounds like when you have Inspire and don't need a CPAP. If you have sleep apnea and struggle with CPAP, Inspire could work for you. Inspire works inside the body and keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. To learn more, visit inspiresleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at Inspire.
Paid for by govmint.com.
Have you heard? The United States Mint has issued the Morgan Silver Dollar for the first time in 100 years. Not only that, but they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 175,000 legal tender silver dollars were issued. These Morgan Silver Dollars are brand new, bright and shiny legal tender coins minted by the iconic Philadelphia Mint. Just call 1-800-222-3807 and you are guaranteed a new 99.9% pure silver Morgan dollar. The first time in history this has happened. But with limited quantities, you must call now to order. To learn more, call 1-800-222-3807. Now, you'll receive a free collector bonus, a $25 value free with every order. Call 1-800-222-3807 now to secure your new Morgan Silver Dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-222-3807.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office that has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why there's Wsgw. Food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare, you can reach someone in seconds. Thank you for calling Wsgw. Some food just doesn't work at work, but Wsgw just does. Order 24/7 at wsgw.com.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When everything comes to a grinding halt, Regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
On the next Markley Van Camp and Robbins show, the White House says the economy is doing great. People aren't suffering at all. We're having a great time.
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. Weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
Back with you on the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW, talking to folks from John Glenn High School and the Varsity Pom-Pom team that will be appearing on America's Got Talent tonight, beginning at 8 o'clock on Channel 25. And we have several members in the studio. We have the coach and two members. Reintroduce yourselves again. Coach, your name?
Shelby Putnam.
And our performers?
Lillian Rocha.
Miley Cox.
All right. So your time at AGT, were you given advanced preparation as to what to expect and what was going to happen when you get out there?
I would say that LA is a very different world than the community that we're used to. They are, I will admit that I am an agenda-prone person. So I like to have things laid out and give plenty of notice, especially when you're dealing with high schoolers. They're wonderful young adults, but you also want to keep parents informed. And because of the nature of how fast-paced everything works, you kind of have to just kind of go with the flow. So luckily, every set of people we interacted with were really impressed with how well the girls could do the go with the flow and just kind of be like, hurry up and wait, and then go to this stage and such like that. So, I mean, I think it all went really well. It was really interesting, but basically we got there and I told Palmers and parents, okay, we'll find out what happens next.
So it was one thing, ladies, to do the prep work and do the routine and all of that. What was it like when you walked out on the stage in front of the Simon Cowells of the world?
It was like I don't even know how to word it other than something that I never thought I would experience. When we walked out on the stage, it was like a whole different world. We're used to performing in front of like our own teams and other teams around us. So walking out to a whole audience of people that were in a whole different state and judges that were on the biggest stage in the country is like insane to us. So I don't even think any of us really knew what we were like in for until we actually got out there. But it was nothing less than amazing.
How many girls are in the group?
We have 13 that performed on AGT. We have a team of 14 from last season. We had 14 that performed in that nipple routine, but we had one that was unable to perform because she had had surgery.
So 13 young ladies in bald caps. I did see a picture with you guys and Howie Mandel. It's scary. It's really scary. Did you spend any time with the judges? Did you get to meet, Simon Cowell or any of them at all?
I think everyone's going to have to watch tonight and find out about that.
Oh, I see how sneaky you're saying. Well, it really, it's a feather in your cap, obviously, but the group has been successful for so long that you probably take a little bit of that in stride. How much practice goes into the routines?
We practice usually 3 to 4 times a week. And it just kind of depends on the time of year. I try really hard to create a balance so that, during the summer, weekends are off. And then during the school year, when it's around exams, I try my best to kind of mellow things out just to make sure that, they're students. They're student athletes. We want to make sure that they are also investing time in their families and their friends. So we practice 3 to 4 times a week. And then they're just a really responsible, fantastic group. So I'm very fortunate to have great parents, great community, and great commerce that make it so these women come prepared and we can move forward pretty fast. I'm very grateful.
I'm glad you mentioned that, moving forward pretty fast, because I have a question. I have to be careful how I phrase it so you don't give away the results tonight. But anyone who has watched AGT knows that if you get the votes of the judges and you go through to the next round, you have to have something else prepared. Did you go to California with multiple routines ready to go?
We went to California with one routine prepared, but if we were able to go on, I believe we would have to bring more. It wouldn't be the same routine over and over again, but when we went to California for the audition, we did bring one routine, and that's the one that will be shown tonight.
Was it the same one you did on TikTok?
Can't tell you that. I'm so sorry. I can tell you that
it's the one that
it
got
was
you.
very spirited. We had a great time, and we had a great time. I mean, they have a lot of fun whenever they do any routine, and that's kind of their main goal. They love to perform, but you can tell when they're having fun when they did it. And I think everyone tonight will see that they had a lot of fun.
How big is the Pom-Pom competitive world? And the reason I asked that, my two sons, who are now very much older, but they were competitive in drum and bugle corps. So we knew all about the drum and bugle corps world. There's the band worlds. There's the color guard world. Is Pom-Pom a world of its own?
Yes. I think the performers can agree as well. And we're actually pretty localized to Michigan. So I think that was part of this cool experience as well, as we got to share with the world, because it's not just the nation. Everyone watches this. We got to share with the world our style and our passion.
And it's interesting because if I took 100 people off the street and asked them to describe Pom-Pom, be cheerleaders. That's what we think of. It's a lot more than that, isn't it?
Yes, we definitely have different styles. So there's some comparison. I'm definitely not going to deny that. And I think the girls would agree. There are some comparisons. It's sharp movements to music. We don't throw or yell. So with the cheer, you do the stunts and things like that. We don't do that. And then we almost have transitions like a marching band would have.
So it's, in my mind, as I try and picture this without having seen it, I think more of dance and maybe synchronized dance than I do cheerleading, for example.
Yeah,
Am I close? Without giving away the secrets.
Yeah, I think you're accurate. And if you want to see videos, I mean, you just ask, because I've got plenty on my phone at all times.
And plenty on TikTok, apparently. If we put you on YouTube, will we find you there too?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So what's, when you do this, what's the goal? If I said to you, Coach, what's the mission? What's the goal?
The goal is to create great adults for our community. And if we can do it through the passion of athletics, if we can do it through the passion of team and teach life lessons, the ultimate goal is to create great humans for our community. We're just lucky enough that we get to do that through doing something we love.
Are there career possibilities? I asked that on purpose too, because my older son was in drum corps, marched with the Cavaliers out of Rosemont, Illinois. He now writes drills, judges Drum Corps International, judges Winter Guard International, judges Bands of America, judges Michigan Color Guard Circuit. He's made a career out of what, and he went to college and all that, but he made a career out of what was his avocation. Is that possible in your world?
I think I did it through coaching. So although you can do it at the collegiate level, and there are a couple of companies out there that run competitions and run training camps and such, but I would say that the majority of those who want to continue their passion do it through coaching and mentoring athletes.
Which is, which is really great. And are there equivalents for men, or are there mixed groups?
Men can pom. There have been some men pommers in our days.
That was quick.
I pommed with one when I was in high school, so I know.
Now, John Glenn is, you've carried it to the elite level, if you will. Are there other pom squads around the Great Lakes Bay region?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've got some great squads around here.
I say we have tons, like locally even, just like here in Saginaw and Bay City, just like between us, there's quite a few pom teams.
So we have Swan Valley, we have Bay City Central, we have Bay City Western, we have Freeland. Congrats to Freeland, they were the state champs this year. Congratulations. Hemlock. Heritage. Oh, Heritage. Yes. And you've got White Pine Middle School, College Middle, Valley Lutheran, Nouvelle. All around. We're everywhere. You may not know, but Palmers are everywhere.
And for you folks, the distinguished thing was TikTok and all the views you got on TikTok. That's really what propelled you to the AGT stage, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you have any idea when you put it up you were going to get that kind of reaction?
No, not at all. I mean, we hope that someone would see it, and like that's what we posted. I mean, we had so much fun with the routine that we wanted to share that with other people, but we had no idea that it would get the amount of attention that it did.
So in reality, it wasn't you saying, okay, we want to be on AGT, let's do this. It was AGT seeing what you did that came to you.
I think between the attention we got and then Pitbull himself reposted on all of his social media and then the Rockettes did. So I think that attention is definitely what made this opportunity come to light to us.
How did you get the Rockettes to repost?
I think they just saw our kick line from our video and were like, nice kicks, which I think all of us went,
being in New York, I understand that. Born and raised there.
But yeah, I think that was what really brought this entire dream to light. I don't think it was even on our radar. I don't think it was like, hey, this has been cool. Let's do America's Got Talent. And then when someone was like, did you think about auditioning? We're like, we did not, but we want to now.
How long were you out in Pasadena? From the time you got there till the time you actually hit the stage in front of the judges? How long were you there?
4 days total.
4 days total. And were you involved in AGT all 4 days? Did you have to be there and do stuff?
2 days very heavily. We were in communication with them the entire time, but it was 2 days, right? We were on set or in their practice areas or something for 2 days.
Wow. And a good time was had by all.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, we'll all have to watch tonight to see what happens, because that's the one thing we can't talk about right now.
That's right. Tune in, everyone. We're excited to share our passion.
Beginning at 8 o'clock on Channel 25, NBC, America's Got Talent, featuring the John Glenn High School Varsity Pom-Pom. Thank you much for coming in this morning and talking about it. And we hope it goes the way we want it to.
Well, thank you so much for having us. And just a shout out to our entire community. This has been such an overwhelming and amazing experience. And we're so excited to have the support and couldn't have done it without you guys.
All right. So I have to ask this question now. No matter what happens tonight on AGT, you're going to be in demand. Are you prepared to do shows in the Great Lakes Bay region so we can all see you?
Of course we are. Absolutely. You want us, you just let us know. We'll make it work for you.
We'll be here. Yeah. Whatever you need us.
There will be further discussions. Ladies, thanks a lot for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too.
And to Christina at AGT, we hope everything went well for you too. Thank you all. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. We'll have open phones for the remainder of the hour.
Annette Glenn believes defunding police is radical and dangerous. Michigan's murder rate 14th highest in the nation. Violent crime above the national average. Annette Glenn backed more funding for police to keep us safe. Paid for by Annette Glenn for State Senate.
At Wildfire Credit Union, loan rates are low and cash is back. Borrow for the things you want. Consolidate high-interest credit cards or refinance a loan and watch your monthly payments go down. We have members who save thousands of dollars. You can save too and get cash back.
Coming back, round again. Cash is back. Tell a friend.
It's an existing one to Wildfire. Just call, click, or come by any Wildfire branch in Saginaw, Midland, or Bay City and ask for cash back now through the end of August. We've got great rates and personalized solutions for your borrowing needs. Enjoy the things you want. Save money with lower monthly payments. Plus, get cash back.
It's coming back, round again. Cash is back. Tell a friend. It's coming back.
Wildfire Credit Union. Distinctively better.
Cash is back. Tell a friend.
New loans only, subject to credit approval, equal housing lender.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'll ring you up in a second. Kim, can you see if we have more acid wash? Desmona's thrift store is the spot for killer vintage finds. Oh, that looks fabulous on you. Hey, can you do the register? But her sales clerk situation feels pretty threadbare. Oh, yeah, let me clear out that fitting room. Indeed can help her hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Is your being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, Prostastream, Prostagenics, and others. Want to know which pills work and which are garbage? Now you can. Get a free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. Which pill has over 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA? It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid that is a prostate killer, and discover the 3 so-called health foods. Prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers as it pulls no punches. So go to prostatesecrets.com. Prostatesecrets.com. That's prostate.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free.
Local news and information for Saginaw, Bay City, and Midland, and all the Great Lakes Bay region. It's not easy or convenient to get unless you get the WSGW newsletter. I'm WSGW News Director Ann Williams. Every weekday morning, WSGW sends a newsletter with local news updates, and you can get it free in your inbox. Sign up online at WSGW.com. Just scroll down the homepage and click on the WSGW newsletter sign-up box.
The WSGW Broadcasting Studios are sponsored by the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center in Midland.
All right, back with you here on WSGW for this Tuesday morning. Just a reminder again, we were talking about the John Glenn Pom-Pom team, Varsity Pom-Pom. They will be on America's Got Talent tonight. The show begins at 8 o'clock, runs till 10 o'clock. Can't tell you where within the show it's going to be placed, but they will be on tonight. I've seen some photos from the production, and it's going to be interesting. Going to be very, very interesting. Look forward to it. Congratulations to them. It's just another thing that brings attention to the Great Lakes Bay region. We just got done with the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitational, which brought a lot of attention to the Great Lakes Bay region all over the world. And now we have AGT, which is seen all over. And not only is the show seen, but then YouTube segments, TikTok segments, and all of that get seen over and over and over again. So it's been quite good for this region anyway, and makes us look good elsewhere. Kind of like that a lot. Instead of all the negatives, listen, there's a lot of negative news out there, not just for this region, but every day, negative. I watch with interest some of the local news and national news, and it's negative, 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 but they'll end with a positive. For example, we watch Lester Holt, and he could have a program full of negative news, but at the end there's always some positive, uplifting story, because much of the news today is not. And you have to wonder, I know a lot of people are getting frustrated with the media and the news because of its apparent biases and what have you. I wonder if people have stopped listening and watching simply to get away from it. Because in this day and age, you almost can't. I mean, let's face it. You do stuff on social media, well, you can't get away from commentary and opinion. You watch the news, you listen to radio, you do social media, you talk to your friends. I'm one of those eavesdroppers when I'm in a restaurant. If I'm sitting near people that are talking, I'm always curious about what they're talking about. I never inject anything at all. But while I'm eating, I'm listening. And it amazes me how we talk about the fact, well, we're frustrated, we're beat over the head with the news. Enough already. And yet I hear these folks sitting down at lunch or whenever. And what are they talking about? Something in the news. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I don't think this. I don't think that. I'm just amazed because you hear so much of, people are tired of it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to hear it. Well, maybe they do. Maybe they do. What's going to be interesting to watch is there going to be a media transformation? And here's what I mean by that. CNN has a new boss. And that new boss has come in saying that he wants to return the network to journalistic values. So if we, for a moment, say Fox is to the right, CNN is to the left, particularly in their talking head shows, and most of them, that's what they become, talking heads. Does this mean that CNN is going to move to a more neutral position and simply report the news in a journalistic style that can be called journalism rather than opinion? Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I will tell you this. I hope that happens. I hope that we return to something more of a journalistic presentation without the opinion. And I mean that on both sides. I would like to see Fox do the same thing, because it's become divisive. If you're on the one side of the argument, you're only going to watch Fox. The other side, you're only going to watch CNN. And I have to wonder, whatever happened to good old-fashioned reporting and journalism? But that's me. So I just thought I'd toss that out there. Somebody is in the studio. I can hear the noise.
I always love this discussion. It's Pat.
All right, Pat, hang on. Can you stay there?
Of course.
I was going to ask them to go get you anyway, so hang on.
Okay.
A couple of things to talk about. All right, take a quick break, come back, and we will spend some time with Pat Johnston.
This is Jason from Applied Training Solutions in the Midwest Premier Self-Defense Academy. From our state-of-the-art digital firearm range to open-hand self-defense classes, we are building a safer community one student at a time. We offer concealed pistol license classes that combine both live fire and digital range training. Online at simurange.com and Facebook at ATS Midland. Applied Training Solutions, forward-thinking, on-target training.
Finding great candidates. Trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free. at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The need.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. And we've got people all over now.
Uma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending Uma and their all-in-one phone, video, and collaboration solution.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Visit Uma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Uma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
Is your prostate secretly being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, Prostastream, Prostagenics, and others. Want to know which pills work and which are garbage? Now you can. Get a free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA. It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid that is a prostate killer and discover the 3 so-called health foods that destroy your prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers as it pulls no punches. So go to prostatesecrets.com, prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do. Tax relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation. Call 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details.
All right, we're back with you, and there he is, Pat Johnston, studio, and you came in to converse about the subject I was chatting about. So go ahead. What's on?
No, I was just hearing you talking about how CNN, they're trying to become more, is it journalistic based? Is that what they want to do and all that? But I just wanted to say, and this is something that I've talked about ever since I was in college, and that was neutrality in news. It never existed, never has, never will. And because everything, this is how I look at it, Art. This is Pat Johnston. All right. I look at it that everything is subjective to a point. Everything. The way you shoot something, like with a camera, that's subjective. I remember sometimes when I was in farm radio, I'd get these emails. Hey, why did you mention the Democrat first and Republican second? Hey, why did you mention the Democrat or the Republican first and the Democrat second?
Let's what I mean. Understand that journalists are people. They put on their pants like you and I do. They go to their churches. They go to the store and buy their groceries. Do everything we do.
Right.
They're no different.
No.
And what we ask journalists to do is to get up in the morning, leave all of their beliefs behind, and go out and be sort of an empty can that you fill up with information and regurgitate that information without bias. That's not an easy thing to do because certain biases are built into us. Let's face it, and let's be honest about it. But for the most part, in the days of old, if you will, the Walter Cronkites of the world, you felt you were getting news. You didn't get opinion. Maybe, you know, in the order of presentation, maybe there's some bias, all right, built in.
Oh, yeah.
But you weren't getting opinion on subjects like you do today from either side.
Well, we didn't
if
have.
you listen to CNN today, you know they come from the left. If you listen to Fox or watch Fox, you know they come from the right. There's no question about it. None whatsoever.
I would say that CNN comes more from. I don't even know where they come from. MSNBC, I would say, is more to the left. If you want to say
Sure,
that.
but CNN is there. I watch them. I watch both. I switch back and forth.
But-
I see how one covers a story and how one doesn't.
Well, of course.
Covers it
Oh,
differently.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And to me, that's getting away from journalism.
But-
Because, and the reason I believe, is because with the advent of the 24-hour news network, they had to fill time.
True.
So instead of doing news over and over and repeat, they went to these talking head formats.
Oh, yeah.
And the more they went to these talking head formats, the more they split into one camp or the other.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's for the sad part when it comes to cable news. That's unfortunately where the money is, and that's why they do
yes, indeed. We've got back to the
I mean, that's-
primary issue. Where's the money?
I mean, that is the whole point. I mean, of the game. Unfortunately, I don't know. I look at CNN and I just find them to be. Here's how I find them to be, as I call them, milquetoast center, and I really don't find you're going to get some leftist commentary. They're going to have some conservatives on there. It's like,
Come on
all
now,
right,
Brad, let's be honest.
but I don't
If you
know.
watch CNN, they say more things that you agree with than Fox does.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to surprise you. I don't watch CNN because that tells you how much I agree with them. And I don't watch Fox.
You don't watch Fox.
I don't watch Fox either. Right. So I don't watch that. It's
Well,
all
that's fair enough. That's good. You made a choice.
And you know why? Because it's access television, and that's what I don't like. I like to watch people come from more of the outside. That's why I'm watching more internet-based shows and stuff like that, because I don't like that MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News. They all kind of talk to similar people because they need the access. And it's almost like one hand is washing the other, and I don't really. It's like, am I really getting the report on exactly what's happening in Washington, how things are being made? I don't know. I don't think so. I always look at this with a very cynical and critical eye. That's just how I always do.
That's good, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I in this day and age, I believe it's good to be a cynic.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's proper to watch these things with a cynical eye.
Yeah.
Because you're right. They all need access, and they all bend over to get that access.
Can I tell you that's one reason why I don't watch the Sunday shows, because you watch all. I don't care if it's Chuck Todd. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Who's the guy on Fox News now who does it now?
I don't know. I've never seen him.
But it's Martha Raddatz or on ABC.
Yeah.
You know what I don't like is that they ask. It doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat. They'll ask them their question, and then they let those guys just go on with their talking points. And they rarely ever say anything.
Or they're so important, they become the star.
Well, that's
They ask the question, and the minute the guy opens his mouth to answer it, they interrupt.
I know you got to take a break, but you reminded me of something I wanted to say, though. Let's not forget, we had Edward R. Murrow. We had Walter Cronkite. We had David Brinkley and Chet Huntley. Those guys gave their little commentaries always in the news. That's why people, that's why you had your Cronkite people and you had your Brinkley people.
All of those people came out of the print media.
They did.
Many of them were war correspondents.
Yep.
They were journalists when journalists were journalists.
Right.
All right, we got to go because
Okay.
we're out of time. Thank you, sir. Always fun. Pat Johnston joining me, and we'll be back to wrap it all up.
They had a look, an attitude, and a sound like no other. Sure, they were born in Jersey, but they were made in America.
Jersey Boys coming to the Dow Event Center Monday, July 25th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
If you've ever ordered food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's a meeting, a client call, or lunch with the office that has to arrive at the actual lunchtime, food for work has to work. That's why food that's on time and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, Rare, you can reach someone in seconds.
Thank you for calling Easy Cater.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply. Qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com.
5 and 790 News Radio WSG. Sean Hannity, weekdays at 3 on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right. That's a wrap on the Art Lewis Show for today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with lots more. Coming up after the news, we'll have Focus, and we'll talk to Rachel Trumbull, who is the market manager for the Saginaw, the SVRC Marketplace in downtown Saginaw. Find out what's happening there. We haven't talked to her in a while. Bring you up to date on that wonderful facility in downtown Saginaw and the farmers market attached to it. Meantime, stick around. We have news from CBS. That's the National and International Report. The local news to bring you up to date on the region and the world. And the region and the state, I should say. And then we'll be back with Focus. All of that right after the news.
From the Premier Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. Triple-digit heat settles in. 104 degrees shatters the record in London, England. It'll hit 107 today in parts of Oklahoma.
It's triple digits. I mean, we're dealing with decades-high temperatures.
Temperatures extending into Texas and the rest of the Southwest. WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen.
The worst of the heat all the way from the western parts of the state of New Mexico. It goes right on into the western sections of Texas. It's as far north as portions of Kansas, and it extends east into the Tennessee Valley within the heat advisory.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. The record for Britain's hottest ever temperature shattered. British rail officials have now closed down 2 national rail lines. The warping tracks weren't built to withstand this kind of heat.
Faced with record-breaking temperatures, we have to make some very difficult choices.
In conditioning, Brits have flocked to beaches and riverbanks with some tragic consequences. 4 people have drowned during this heat wave after plunging into dangerous waters.
Well, President Biden has signed an executive order focused on Americans who were wrongfully detained or taken hostage abroad. White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
The order allows for sanctions to be imposed on anyone responsible for the wrongful detention of Americans. It's also aimed at ensuring relatives are provided with information from the intelligence community. The group Bring Our Families Home has reacted negatively, noting in a statement that the White House has yet to respond to their request to meet with President Biden, and adding that the order merely has the White House executive action to direct itself to follow existing law.
A school meeting last night in Uvalde, Texas, came just a day after a state report condemned the police response to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary. CBS's Lilia Luciano.
The superintendent outlined changes the district is making to protect students, from tightening school access points and adding more security cameras to hiring additional police officers. But many said the precautions are too little too late.
Top dog, correct? Yes.
So you should know what's going on in your schools? Correct. Why don't you?
This was the first school board meeting for Jose Flores Sr. and Cynthia Herrera since their 10-year-old Jose Flores was killed. I feel like most of these meetings are pointless.
West Virginia's only abortion clinic has resumed scheduling patients after a judge temporarily blocked enforcement of the state's 150-year-old ban on abortions. New York Times reporting an investigation's underway after what appeared to be a noose was found out in Virginia run by the CIA. And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow's up 500 points. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
At Wildfire Credit Union, loan rates are low and cash is back. Borrow for the things you want, consolidate high-interest credit cards, or refinance a loan and watch your monthly payment. Members who save thousands of dollars. You can save too and get cash back.
It's coming back, round again. Cash is back. Tell a friend.
It's easy to open a new loan or move an existing one to Wildfire. Just call, click, or come by any Wildfire branch in Saginaw, Midland, or Bay City and ask for cash back now through the end of August. We've got great rates and personalized solutions for your borrowing needs. Enjoy the things you want. Save money with lower monthly payments. Plus, get cash back.
It's coming back, round again. Cash is back. Tell a friend. It's coming back.
Wildfire Credit Union. Distinctively better. New loans only, subject to credit approval, equal housing lender.
Paid for by government.com.
Have you heard? The United States Mint has issued the Morgan Silver Dollar for the first time in 100 years. Not only that, but they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 175,000 legal tender silver dollars were issued. These Morgan Silver Dollars are brand new, bright and shiny legal tender coins minted by the iconic Philadelphia Mint. Just call 1-800-222-3807 and you are guaranteed a new 99.9% pure silver Morgan. History, this has happened, but with limited quantities, you must call now to order. To learn more, call 1-800-222-3807. If you order now, you will receive a free collector bonus, a $25 value free with every order. Call 1-800-222-3807 now to secure your new Morgan Silver Dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-222-3807.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
Sunny skies and 85 degrees at 11:05. Good morning. A man has been ordered to repay nearly $45,000 to a beer and wine distributor in Bay County after sentencing on embezzlement charges. MLive reports 34-year-old Daniel Fabera stole the money from Fabiano Brothers over the course of 2 years, starting in 2019. Fabera was a delivery driver for the company. Prosecutors say he would deliver the correct amount of ordered alcohol to a store, accept cash payment for it, then void the original invoice to state he had delivered less and pocket the difference. Fabera pleaded no contest to embezzlement by an agent or trustee between $20,000 and $50,000 in June. His sentence is delayed until July 10th, 2023, in which time he must pay back the amount he manages to successfully complete his probation. He can avoid jail time by having his felony sentence reduced to a misdemeanor. U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has begun a 30-day public comment period on its proposed cleanup plan for the Wsgw Chemical Superfund site, Operable Unit 3, or OU3, in St. Louis. OU3 begins at the St. Louis Dam to approximately 1.5 miles downstream within the Pine River. The EPA will hold a virtual public meeting next Tuesday, July 26th, to discuss the proposal and accept comments. The proposed cleanup plan will excavate floodplain and decontamination and dispose the soil at an approved landfill. The floodplains will be backfilled with clean soils to the existing grade and revegetated. The riverbank will be stabilized to prevent further erosion. You can join the meeting by going to epa.gov/superfund/Wsgw Chemical Michigan, clicking on the posted link. The meeting starts at 6 p.m. WSGW News Time, 11:07.
Wills and trusts, wealth management, asset protection,
Does this sound important to you?
succession planning for the family business, elder law, probate.
For most of us, we have better things to do with our lives. Personal or for a business, all of us will be glad we took just a few minutes to get our lives in order.
Reduce or eliminate estate, income, and gift taxes. Avoid probate costs and prevent will contests. Plan for the event of disability.
Who should you see? Who can you trust? Who has decades of experience in providing peace of mind for families and business owners?
My name is Jerry Rife. See me today and get your life in order.
Get some peace of mind. Check out Jerry Rife for yourself. Go to jerryrifelawyer.com. While you are there, subscribe to his free monthly e-newsletter and learn about elder law and estate planning. You can download helpful resources. Remember the website, jerryrifelawyer.com or 989-790-1461.
I provide legal solutions for a changing world.
WSGW News Time, 11:09. Authorities in West Michigan are searching for a 7-year-old girl who was abducted by her mother, who does not have custody. Muskegon Heights Police says Lana Johnson was taken from and may be in danger. The girl's mother and 3 other men took the girl. They are considered armed and dangerous. Investigators say the mother could be heading to Missouri or Virginia. A Mega Millions jackpot for the lottery this evening. The drawing is worth $530 million. If a winner selects the cash option, they will get $304.7 million before taxes. Lottery officials say the jackpot is the 8th largest on record. The winning numbers will be drawn at 11 p.m. this evening. When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom at 752-0790. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW Weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny skies here for today with a high into the mid-90s. Southwest winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. Then for tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low near 74. Wednesday, a chance for some rain showers here. Blend of clouds and sunshine develops, high around 88 degrees. Then by Thursday, mostly sunny skies and a high of 91. Friday, plenty of blue skies and sun, high around 92 degrees. Then by Saturday, we'll have a slight chance for rain showers late. Blend of clouds and sunshine develops and a high around 90. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Weatherology forecast. Currently, it's 84.
Now, it's time to focus as WSGW presents the people, the places, the businesses, the culture, the area events and activities, all put into focus on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
And a good morning to you. Welcome to another edition of Focus here on WSGW, brought to you by Roof Max, the safe, affordable alternative to asphalt shingle roof replacement. Roof Max. You can find out more online at getroofmax.com or call Ben at 989-859-6751. Roof Max with 2 X's. Today, we are going to resume our discussion about the SVRC Marketplace in downtown Saginaw. Haven't done it in a while, and we say good morning to Rachel Trumbull. Rachel, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Glad to have you with us. So I always start out with the question you know is coming. What's new at the marketplace?
So we have a lot of really great new things still coming. So that's always very exciting. But I'm happy to say that we've been very, very steady, very busy. The community is definitely getting out there, embracing and supporting small business. With the Downtown Saginaw Farmers Market joining us, obviously, for their season. It's been really, really great to see. We do have some newer small businesses coming inside that we will wait to. One of our newest small businesses that just came in and has done a phenomenal job is Cobb King. So Cobb King is officially inside of the marketplace, serving up street corn and Italian ice. So he's been such a great addition to the marketplace family and what he offers.
Let me ask, that's an interesting combination. He serves street corn and Italian ice?
Yeah, street corn, Italian lemonadas, you name it, he makes it. So fresh fruit, I mean, he's just very creative, really well known. Of course, the Saginaw community has embraced him, and another great addition to the marketplace. So.
And I've mentioned this before, but we're going to mention it again because it's post-pandemic, so to speak. Everything is open. You can eat inside. You have plenty of room, all there for the public, right?
Yes. Everything is open. I hate to even use, that C word, but everything is open. Everything is vibrant. It's taken some time. We just celebrated our 4-year anniversary, June 23rd, 22nd. And, it's crazy to think that out of the 4 years we've been open, 2.5 years, we've dealt with a pandemic, and we house all small businesses. So, we've come such a long way, and we have everything open. Again, we offer so many great things, global, retail businesses. We've incorporated and got a couple more different retail businesses. And, of course, we have the boardroom, the only riverfront patio, outdoor patio. It's beautiful out there. So it feels good just to feel like the market is alive again.
All right. Hang on, we're going to take a break, come back, talk more about it. We're talking to Rachel Trumbull. She is the market manager of the SVRC Marketplace. And if you have an inkling in your mind to go into business as a small business, we'll talk to Rachel about how you do that too. All coming up here on Focus on WSGW.
Join the Great Lakes News July 28th for State Flannery, Meredith Palmer from The Office.
I've had 2 men fight over me before. Usually it's over which one gets the little count corner.
Meredith will be available for autographs and selfies during the game. It's a Thirsty Thursday.
2 packs of Splenda. Call it a Waterbury.
With half-off beer all night long.
Oh my God.
And we'll wrap up the night with a fireworks loon tackle. Tickets are selling fast at loons.com. Meredith from The Office, July 28th.
Meredith, where's your auntie? It's casual day.
Dive in. It's Loons baseball time.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
Annette Glenn believes defunding police is radical and dangerous. Michigan's murder rate, 14th highest in the nation. Violent crime, above the national average. Annette Glenn backed more funding for police to keep us safe. Paid for by Annette Glenn for State Senate.
This is what camping sounds like when you have sleep apnea and struggle with CPAP. And this is what camping sounds like when you have Inspire and don't need a CPAP. If you struggle with CPAP, Inspire could work for you. Inspire works inside the body and keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. To learn more, visit inspiresleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
It is time for the WSGW Winvitational. This year, including a 4-person scramble at the sawmill, 3 closest to the pin contest, and $10,000 hole-in-one contest. The WSGW Winvitational is presented by Westside Decorating Center and powered by Branham's Jewelry. On Tuesday, August 16th, golfers will compete for fun and prizes at the Sawmill Golf Club.
entries, or win a foursome by participating in Closest to the Pin contest powered by Sarah Automotive of Saginaw. 3 separate Closest to the Pin contests will be held during the WSGW Morning Team Show on July 19th, 26th, and August 2nd. Each contest, listeners will be invited to stop by between 5:30 and 9 a.m. and take 3 swings at the pin. At the end of the contest, the golfer closest to the pin wins a foursome into the scramble at the Sawmill on August 16th. Plus, each Closest to the Pin contest will include the $10,000 hole-in-one presented by Buck Insurance in Freeland. All the details available for you online at WSGW.com.
Hi, this is Mike Avery. You know you can hear my out Monday mornings, 9 till noon on WSGW. But now there's another option. Saturday morning, 6 till 9. Tune in for the latest outdoor news and information, hunting and fishing tips, wildlife and conservation issues, even some wild game cooking. That's Outdoor Magazine now on Saturday mornings too, 6 till 9, right here on WSGW 790 AM and 100.5 FM.
Thank you for being with 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW in the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios.
And we're back with you on Focus, talking to Rachel Trumbull, the market manager at SVRC Marketplace in downtown Saginaw. I want to spend a little time, Rachel, talking about how you get the inkling of an idea off the ground, onto paper, into a spot in the marketplace. What does someone do if they have a business idea?
So if anyone has a business idea, then what they can do is contact me. And my contact is pretty much blasted everywhere on our social media page. We have a brand new, beautiful website. It's SVRCmarketplace.com, and my contact as well. But what happens is I love to sit down, schedule an appointment so that I can give that individual my utmost attention and just talk over ideas and what they're looking to do and what kind of business they're looking to have. And some of them and most of them come to me without even having that business license even. So I give them the avenues, how do you get your business license? I can direct them to different organizations that are within Saginaw. And it, that helps, some at no cost. So I try to direct them the best I can to all of these different avenues, which then can get them set and ready to come back that stuff completed. And then it's just as simple as looking at spaces and signing the lease and making your dream into a reality.
It's, I think we need to point out, because a lot of people have ideas and say, oh, I can do that. It's not a hobby. It's a business.
It's definitely not a hobby. I always tell everybody, if you have a small business idea and if you put it into, fruition, and you got to wake up every day up and running and rolling, and it's not an 8 to 5 job. You are going constantly, promoting your business, getting your name out there. So definitely not a hobby. It's something that you definitely have to be dedicated to and have, some passion that drives you and motivates you to keep your business up and going.
It is. It's important to understand that it is work.
Very, very hard work, especially, now that we have, just coming out of a pandemic and now, experiencing high weight, high cost in food items, high cost in, retail items, producing their items, gas, all of those things. So, all that does affect small business. So, I can't stress enough to have the community support for these small businesses, because truly the community is what keeps these small businesses alive and going, the lights on, smiles on their faces. So, support small business as much as possible. We have so many great ones in the Saginaw community and, of course, inside of the SVRC Marketplace.
And I'm looking at your new website right now. Rather nice, because all the businesses are featured in their own little box. This is a very informative little site, because if you let me see here if I find my pointer. There we go.
Yeah,
click on the business, and there's information and everything.
Yep, it's I mean, I am so thankful that we have Jill, who works with us in our marketing, and took my vision and made it reality. So you can click right on the business, and it takes them right to their Facebook page, which they have menus, they have contact information. A lot of them do, Grubhub, all those kinds of things. So it's just, the website is just a breath of fresh air. It really, really is something where people can go on it, see what we offer, events. We have tons of events coming up that we'll be placing in there too. So please check it out, SVRCMarketplace.com.
Let me talk about a couple of these businesses that caught my attention right away. Burgers and Barbecue. Big O? Is that what it is?
Big O. So Big O actually has his own brick and mortar in Saginaw Township right off Day Road, and he has his second location inside of our marketplace. So he smokes right outside of our pavilion area, which of course is always a great smell to walk into. But yeah, he does phenomenal. He's got a great following, really, really well known in the Saginaw community. So again, he's been a great addition to the marketplace as well. And I mean, who doesn't love, burgers, barbecue, all the good stuff?
The other one, the next one that caught my eye was A Taste of Chicago. Tell me about that one. I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, Divines in Chicago has been with us since day one, so they have been with us for 4 years. Kathy and Charles Dixon are the proud owners of Divines in Chicago, and one thing I love about them is they literally bring the taste of the Windy City, is what I always say, to the marketplace. They order and get all of their items from Chicago, from their buns with the sesame seeds on them, or I hope they're sesame seeds or pepper seeds or something like that. They probably will say, no, Rachel, that's not right. But even to the relish, to the Chicago style relish, the Chicago dogs is what they're known for. And they just, from time you lead, presentation, customer service, one of our most proudest small businesses to have inside the marketplace, but they really do a phenomenal job.
Another one that's been with you since just about the beginning, Honey's Tasty Potatoes. This is so unique.
Yeah, she does these beautiful big stuffed potatoes, and I mean, you talk about throwing chicken Alfredo in a potato, and all of these different kinds of things. Chicken bacon ranch, doesn't that sound amazing? In a big stuffed potato. But she also does. She's done really well. She does pin-up tacos. She also does her own tamales, which I personally have had, and they're absolutely great. So she's expanded her menu just a little bit, but man, she's again really, really great, strong small business that we've had since day one.
And then there's one of my favorites, Saigon Sandwich Company.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites as well. You talk about fresh every single day. I'm watching them, cut fresh carrots and all that good stuff. And of course, they've been there since day one, from their banh mi sandwiches to their rice bowls, which is one of my favorite. Their pho is a great one. Maybe not this time of year, but man, come fall and winter time, there's nothing. Their homemade pho, it's just great. And of course, the owners are brothers. It's family oriented and just a phenomenal business.
Just one of many. I mean, anything we do here is a list of omission, unfortunately. But Making Bacon, there's a name well known in the area.
Oh yeah, their food trucks always out in the community. I mean, they're, of course, who doesn't love macaroni and cheese and their bacon and all of that good stuff. So yep, they've been with us since day one too, and always a great strong business.
All right, so let's talk again about contacting you if somebody has a business idea or needs information about you.
Yeah, so you can contact me at 989-770-0233. Also, again, you can go on our website. You can go on our Facebook page. My contact information is there. And you can also email me at rtrumble@svrcindustries.com. I always tell people, allow up to 48 hours. It's just solely me. So give me the opportunity to give you a call back. I will do that. We have event space. We've done really, really well with that. A lot of our weekends are completely booked, I'm proud to say. And if I might just go over some quick events with you.
Yes, please.
Events coming. The Downtown Saginaw Farmers Market is doing a Very Merry Market Christmas in July, from July 25th to July 30th. And they're going to have a bunch of different events, very much, of course, family oriented during the week. And then we are going to join them on the 30th. So we will have Santa with a special story, and each child will get a gift from inside the market, some Christmas cookies provided by the SVRC Marketplace, made by the one and only Delicious Sweets. So, check out our Facebook page for that event that is coming. And then we are very excited that we are going to be having our Riverfront Car Show, and it's going to be called Rides on the Riverfront. And we are teaming up with Exclusive Cars, having that on August 28th. And so please, if there's going to be nothing better, a bunch of different awesome and amazing looking vehicles right on the riverfront. Mm-hmm. So please mark the calendars for that and be looking out for that event, and more details to come on how to register, and also obviously how can the community support. So lots of great and exciting things. Please make sure to check out our events page on our website, as we'll be adding it this week, and then of course the Facebook page.
Sounds good, Rachel. We'll talk to you again.
Okay. Thank you, Art. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye now. Rachel Trumbull, Market Manager at the SVRC Marketplace, and we'll wrap it all up after these notes.
While you're comfortable inside your home or business, the weather takes a toll on your roof. Wind, rain, hail, UV rays, and the heat of the sun cause premature failure of your shingles. Everyone loves to